Apparently enough people hit the thumbs up, but this is Comic Book Food Chain, guys. Apparently I'm if you guys keep hitting that thumbs up, I'm about to bite the dust here. But welcome into Comic Book Food Chain. I am your host, Anthony, Bird City Comics, joined with my guy, creator Frank Gogol, and the pro collector Aaron Yee is in the house. How are you guys? Oh, I'm sorry, King Gogol is in the house. How are you guys doing today?
Doing pretty good.
Dude, I'm doing great. Doing so great. This is the first appearance of the Comic Book Food Chain crown. The second generation crown. This is like the Wally West of crowns.
Once you figured out you were keeping it, you upgraded, I see.
And then also an uncut version of what we were eating.
Yes.
That was my mistake.
That's fine. And you know what? It sucks because we got 9 thumbs ups on that. Those would have been votes for Ant's death, and we had to take them down, and then so just plus 9.
Just saying.
I'm watching them go up in real time. We're at 8 already, and there's only 8 people watching.
You guys are awesome. You guys are so great, by the way. But again, this is the show that brings you perspective from across the comic book food chain, from creator to the retailer, all the way to the collector. We got a couple things we want to do. Let's shout out some people in the chat today, guys.
See, who do I see? I see Frank Gogol. Haha.
What up?
What's up, Mama Comic Lucy? Long time no see. Dan Barry's in the house. Thunder, how's it going? Oh, Trish is joining us. Welcome in. Joe Medina, how's it going? Dan Barry, welcome back.
9
and Rob's Comic, how's it going?
Appreciate that, guys. All right, so we appreciate you guys showing up.
Thank you for watching on Facebook. Sorry.
There you go. We got some Facebook people. We got some YouTube people. You guys are all over the place doing great. Make sure you're continuing to sub because we're trying to give away some stuff.
And because you will die if you do.
Absolutely.
You like how there's no option to kill me?
Not yet.
Just comment.
Comment. Damn.
All right, we're taking a vote right now, guys. If you guys want to vote for one of us to be offed at some point, just put it in the comments below. But again, guys, we're talking about comic book gimmick marketing tonight. But before we do that, let's get into the giveaway stuff. We need to get to the 900 mark so we can give away what?
Sam Wilson, Captain America, #1, the hip hop variant.
Somebody
my personal collection.
Yes. So it's got all the Aaron Yee goodness all over it. You want this in your house. He needs to get rid of it because he keeps looking at what these are going for, and it breaks his heart every time. So let's get this into somebody's hands, guys. We need to get to the 900 sub mark, which I believe we're about, 80 sub odd away?
Give or take, yeah. It goes up and down. I think YouTube's a liar, but it's just me.
It's probably accurate to, YouTube. Not, let's be nice to YouTube. We're in the first couple minutes. Hi, YouTube.
What up, YouTube?
Hey.
So if you want the trick to win, have your friends sign up and watch our show, and then comment. And if they win the book, then you can get it.
Just get a bunch of people who won't comment to sign up. It'll increase your odds and make it happen faster.
Absolutely. So 900 sub giveaway, guys. We're working our way there. Let's see. Then we're working our way up to 1,000. The 1,000 sub giveaway is the big one. What you got?
This is as we've said before, the San Diego Comic-Con Canto #1. This is the exclusive edition that was at San Diego Comic-Con 2 years ago. This was a gift to me by David and Drew. It's signed by both of them. It's a mint copy. It's beautiful. And as we've said over and over, this has been picked up for an animated feature. David is writing it, and that is going to drop in the next couple of years. So this is going to be this is already a hot book to have. It will only get better with time. So we want to give it to one of you guys. So if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up also just because, and drop some comments and tell us how great this book is.
Hell to the yes. So guys, that's where we're trying to get to. Them's the goals for right now. Make sure that you do your part, get us there. And we're going to get into a little bit of marketing, gimmick marketing, but before we do that, we got a special guest tonight. So you guys, I'm going to do the intro style like late night. You have seen her on Comic Book Women. You've seen her on Nearing Nerdvana. She is making an appearance here tonight. We talked to her agent, finally got her onboarded. Please welcome my boo, Laura from Bird City Comics. Laura, join us.
Thank you. No, thank you guys for having me. I'm excited.
Right on. You had a live show tonight. How'd you guys do?
Oh man, it was killer. By far one of our best shows. But the trick is just do a bunch of speculation and then people will watch. So yeah, it was a good one.
I Every week
don't-
that this show's going to be good. Every week.
I don't know what that's about, you know.
Right? Not at all. I'm out of
Yeah.
focus. Hold on. Let me do the whole.
Yee, why aren't you bringing in more people watching? You do that over there. Bring them here.
For real.
I try, man. I tell people about it, not before the Spec 10 because that's all business, but on the round table and deal or flip side, I shout out comic book food chain all the time.
I saw in the comments somebody asked. It was Patricia, Trish. She asked how we scored Laura for the show. Well, the truth is we tricked her.
That's exactly it. No, you know what we use?
I even wore my tuxedo shirt.
Look at that. How could I say no to these guys?
All right, Laura. So, are you on board with what gimmick marketing is?
I'm assuming it's marketing where you use a gimmick.
Hot damn! We brought the expert.
Love it, Frank. Give her the quick run through.
All right, so this is gimmick's kind of a dirty word, right? People say gimmick marketing, and they usually always mean a bad thing, right? It's this thing that is meant to get your attention and never quite lives up to what it is, or you can kind of see transparently through that it's a gimmick, and it's marketing that you can identify, and it doesn't feel like natural, right? So these are in comic books, your death ofs, your first appearance, your I don't know, all that kind of stuff. But it goes more than that, right? Like it's going to be kind of like hoops you got to jump through for certain things to happen. Like rip this cover off and mail it in to get this other cover. I don't want to give too much of what we're going to talk about away, but we'll define gimmick marketing as a marketing tactic used by a publisher or store to sort of get more eyes on something, but it's transparent.
Got it. Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
We had a couple of good examples we're going to start rolling through here in a second, but especially some recently with DC and so forth and so on. Yeah, that's basically what it is. I like to call it the ABC approach to sales. If you guys didn't know this about me, I was a sales manager for 15 years. Do you guys ever play Super Mario Brothers, right?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so little Super Mario, that's everybody. Remember when you ate the flower and you became Super Mario with powers? Basically what gimmick marketing is
No, when you get the mushroom, I guess you get the fireball powers.
Fire power, you can have the leaf and turn into the fly guy.
I would prefer that. I want the tail.
The tail.
If we're picking.
Perfect. So the point is to make you the point is to make you better. Little Mario to big Mario. If you buy this, you become this. And let's get into it so I can give you guys a good example here.
I want to give a quick shout out. What's up, Mighty Mel V? Solo Wookie. How's it going?
Mel's in.
Yeah, the Mighty Mel is in the house. He put my name on there. I was like, that ass. He missed me. He didn't. Oh, Laura's listed first, though, if you guys know this.
But it's ladies first.
Okay, I get you.
He's a gentleman, so.
Who's listed
on,
last? That's what matters.
I
didn't look.
It's because he sees me every week.
I'm so sorry.
all I know is he put me before Frank.
Ooh, he did.
Well, no, I think it's supposed to be hyphenated. It's supposed to be Laura Anthony, like you guys are one person.
Wait, I didn't
We should come up with a little combo name like J-Lo and Ben Affleck. What was theirs?
Benifer.
Was it Benifer?
I'm embarrassed to say I know that.
How did you know that? You knew that quick too.
Yeah, that was real. He's in game mode. He's wearing that crown, so he's got all the knowledge.
We're not doing Drunkovision tonight. You're all right.
I'm doing Drunkovision. Maybe you're not.
All right, let's talk about this a little bit. What do we got coming up?
All right, I think let's go around and kind of like just high level thoughts.
Sure.
What do you think about gimmick marketing? I feel like we can probably figure this out without saying it, but for the record, start with you, Ant, and we'll go counterclockwise, I guess.
Sure. So gimmick marketing is a way to make the collective public purchase more said items. Ooh, got that fortune cookie today. I'm on board with it. I like it.
You're saying that as a retailer, of course. Right?
Helps you sell more books.
Sell more books.
All right, Laura, how about you? I feel like you might be in line, but maybe.
Actually, no. I'm 100% opposite of Anthony. I feel like gimmick marketing insults my intelligence. It bugs me when I fall for it. When it's like buy two get one free, and I'm like, well, I don't need to, but then I get one for free. So, all right, I guess I'm buying three. It irritates me. I do it with Sticker Mule. hike up their discounts for the more stickers you get. So now we have like 10,000 fucking stickers.
No, I like Vistaprint, where they're like, I ordered 500 COAs and they're like, get another 250 for $5. That's way more than my print run, but I'm like, for $5.
Yeah.
Vistaprint's so much worse than that. They're like, you're like, I want 300 of this. They're like, get 3,000 for double.
Right. Oh, and a mug and a pen and a
pillow and a pillow that will print sideways.
Exactly. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
No, I understand where the gimmick marketing comes into place. And I'm so disappointed in myself because I do fall for it. So it's effective, but yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yay. As the consumer, end product consumer, what do you think?
I mean, we all remember the 90s. I mean, I think most of our comments like before the show and for all the promotions were like, they're like, yeah, the 90s. But I mean, it's always going to be used, I feel like, to try to lure in new people. And then it's like, oh, because you see, like, you saw in the news, like, record set highs for Detective Comics 27, Action Comics 1 recently, like, within the last, like, 3 or 4 months. And then a brand new book comes out, and it's like, but here's the gimmick, where it's like, buy 1,000 copies of these, and then, people do that, so...
All right.
Would you guys say there's a difference between gimmick marketing and just good business marketing?
100%. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Continue with your thought, Gogol.
Well, I was going to say, as the youngest person here, I don't remember the 90s very much. I remember some of it, but not as much as you guys. So let that sink in.
You definitely got nothing to do tomorrow because you're definitely having a beverage.
I'm not, though.
As the youngest person here.
This crown it oozes with power. So I think gimmick marketing, like I said, I think people think it's a dirty word, but I try to think of it objectively, right? Like there's marketing, there's trying to get people to know about it, and then there's like doing something different to get people to know about it. And there's not something inherently wrong with that. Like, having the death of a character in a book is a gimmick market, but it's not wrong. I mean, if that's in the story, why not lean into it, right? Don't build stories to feature that, right? So you can sell more copies, but if it's going to happen in the story, why not make it a feature of the marketing? I think where the bad name comes from is that people do fall for it. There are lures out there in the world. But in comics, like, we are a little salty from the 90s, right? It's like everything was a first appearance. Everything was a death of. You can go back to the death of Superman and pretty much track every single death in comics, probably one a month since then. And there's like a lot of sort of leftover resentment about it. So I'm kind of in the middle.
Okay.
And you're muted, just like always.
That's my jam.
We'll work on that.
I was going to say, the death of Superman is like the epitome of it. I remember buying that in the white poly bag, and then it had that sticker because he had the hand reaching out, and if you pulled off the sticker, the hand was gone. That reflective hologram sticker on the front. I remember my mom and dad going, "No, you need to keep this." And I'm like, "No, you don't understand. This guy had like 200 of them at the shop. We're good." Like after I open this one, flip through it, pull out the sticker.
200 at some shops.
Yeah, I can go get another one. It's no big deal. But yeah, for sure, that's a thing. What's your whole take on this?
So, Death of Superman, I definitely remember that. Like, it was hard to get in the 90s, even though there was like millions of copies. But, if you just waited a while, you could get a copy because that went on to later printings also. When I got back into collecting, I thought it was funny that like people were still buying them in the poly bag for, an extra amount. And then like still to this day, people are still paying like what, $20-$30 for the books to still be in the poly bag, which I think is funny. And then the next issue, when he comes back alive in the white poly bag, that's practically worth nothing. And I've even been to shops before. They still had a pile of them. You could just take one when you left the store, like for free. Like it was their free giveaway, So that was your gimmick to come back to grab another free Return of Superman. But yeah, I mean, speaking of later printings, I agree with Mighty Mel V. Like that stuff is going kind of crazy. Like with Marvel doing 1 in 25s for a second or third printing.
When the first printing's not sold out.
Right, exactly. Where you could still order it through the back catalog or whatever. But then like they're promoting the next set of covers and then people, buy it out, which will trigger the next set of printings and the next one and the next one.
I have some thoughts on that actually. I think that's from a business point of view as a publisher, like it's kind of smart, right? You haven't sold out your first print run. So you announce a second print run and you make it seem like it's, you know, it's what you can still get. And then oh wow, somebody's dog. But then people start realizing, oh, there are some copies left. Let me order them up because they'll sell as the first printing. So like it becomes like almost like I don't want to say a cycle because it's not a circle, but like a water down the drain kind of spiral. Yeah, I think that if you have better art under second printing, I know Ant loves that. But that's a good way to move those books a little bit more efficiently than artificially making them seem scarce.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to give me something and you're going to make me buy it or make me want to buy it, give me something new. Whether it be a new image, I don't even care if you change the color of the background a little bit. It's something different at least, so it has a little more value than whatever specific reason, like an insert or, you know, he's got some feedback on that. Was it something killing the children insert on Berserker?
Oh yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. Like
I took those all out. Like everyone's like, you got them with the inserts. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what the Diamond email instructed you to do. So I was actually talking to my LCS about it, and like when the secret variant got announced or whatever, then I think it was like right before FOC was due, and it was just announced that it was a secret variant, and everyone thought, oh, it's going to be a secret Berserker variant, and then to find out, oh, is this something is killing the children 8th print, and then I heard, you know, through different channels that like, oh, it got extended, all this stuff, and then talking to my LCS owner, he was saying that like, oh, it went down to a 1 and 2 ratio. Oh, it was actually like more likely like a 1.5.
The B cover.
Yeah, so because he was only supposed to get 8 copies, but then he ended up with 25. So like he still has them in store. So
real quick, could you walk everyone watching through the sort of all of that, like what happened, so they have context?
Okay, so for issue 2 of Berserker, so for the original card, it said if you bought issue 1 and issue 2 of Berserker, you would get a special Something Is Killing the Children comic when issue 2 was released. But the instructions also said that you had to bring issue 1 and issue 2 into the store to prove that you bought it there, or a receipt or something like that. That's what the original card said. But then like, you know, all these stores like ended up changing the rules, and then you would get this free comic. And then I think it ended up being something slightly different. Maybe Ant, you know, since you have a Diamond account, but I don't know if you're paying attention to that.
Honestly, when it comes to stuff like that and it gets super complicated, I legit took all those inserts out and chucked them, because I didn't buy them with the pretense that somebody was going to get a free copy of anything. I didn't advertise it at all. So it's like, I don't have to be a part of it. So I booted it because it got super complicated, and the rules.
Just sounds like a pain in the ass, doesn't it?
Totally was. So yeah, I got
a pain in the ass.
Yeah. And then I think that print run ended up being like $75K for the Something Is Killing the Children, which is more than all of the first 7 prints put together or something like that.
What beer?
Is that my beer? I was looking for it. Is that mine?
I have a beer.
Guys, take this to your marriage counselor. Now's not the time. But that's really interesting. So one thing that I have noticed is that it is getting more complicated. Like some of the hoops that you have to jump through as a reader or a retailer, and this doesn't affect me as a creator, but still relevant. They're getting like do X then Y then Z. And there's one publisher in particular, and I'm not going to name names, who make their marketing very front and center, but also extremely fucking complicated. It's just an awful idea to do it that way. But
that crown is messing with you.
Kind of sounds like Valiant Comics used to do. I
mean, you might say it's Valiant 3.0 or something like that. No, I'm obviously talking about bad idea. And like, you know what? I'm all about new publishers trying new things. Like I love TKO. I love, in theory, bad idea. Executions aren't always perfect, but I was really like annoyed as a consumer about the one day comic that just came out, the Hank Pizza Detective guy, whatever. Like you can only sell it for 1 day, and you can only sell it for $1, right? That is I mean, that makes it more work for the retailers than it's worth, right? Like just to order that and give it shelf space for only 24 hours and to have to throw away or get rid of whatever's left over. Like that seems like there's not going to be a shop that made money off of that. And then since it's a one shot, there's nothing to come back for. So like, it's not even advertising. I mean, it ended up being like a short story that is going to be reprinted in another issue later, which makes it even less valuable if you ask me. But like, I don't like, if I was a retailer, I'd be pissed off if that happened to me. Like, I wouldn't participate in that.
Well, what about their first comic? Do you remember what happened with that?
I know that they shorted a lot of retailers, and there's a lot of speculation.
Before ENIAC, the comic before that, the hero.
I mean, that didn't bother me so much. I thought that was kind of cool, right? Like, you send this comic and it's unmarked to a bunch of retailers, and you tell them, like, this is going to be worth something. Like, that to me is like you're putting free money into the retailers' pockets. I do something similar when my books drop. There are a lot of retailers who support me, and I do limited runs of like advanced copies, and I will send them signed to those retailers on me. It costs me like $10 to print it and ship it per book. And then they can sell that variant early and make a little cash on me. And like, that's a nice thing you can do. And I think that that's a good intent thing.
Yeah, that's cool. And that's the thing with most marketing. I don't think a lot of people understand everything looks good on paper. It's just like a football roster. It looks great. You got a championship team, but you put it on the field and it's garbage. You gotta, a lot of these guys are putting ideas out there just to see how it's going to be received, and the ones that work stick, and people try to get creative, and we run into some turds and we run into some winners, but that's really what marketing is. So
yeah, and in fairness to the publishers doing these things that are repetitive and maybe sometimes abusive, like marketing comics is very, very hard. Like, from the creator standpoint, from the publisher standpoint, there's almost no data available. Hello. So like, Diamond doesn't sell their data. They don't give it to shops. They don't give it to publishers. So,
hey, Frank, sorry to interrupt. Are we having an issue on YouTube by chance? Because we're getting a lot of comments that there's a playback error.
I saw that. And I thought it was on my end.
No, it's on my end as well. The feed keeps going out. It tries to buffer, but then when people try to hop back in, it kicks them right back out.
So if you're having troubles on YouTube, head over to the Facebook channel, Bird City Comics, and then you can watch the stream live there.
Tim just dropped a comment in the private chat saying that YouTube itself is having problems. It's not just us, if I read that correctly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm hearing. So head over to Facebook and
So can you drop that link in the chat forums that they can just click that and keep going if they're still here with us? Sure.
And since we're recording to post this later as a not live video, we're going to keep going. If you guys are with us, thanks for sticking around. If not, we'll see you in the recorded version tomorrow. But what was I saying? Looks like the Facebook stream is working. So if you guys are having problems, head over and check that out.
Yes.
All right. So marketing in comics, super hard because no one shares data. As a creator, my publisher doesn't get information on who ordered how many copies of my book. They will get a raw number, 10,000 copies, 5,000 copies, whatever it is, but they won't get any sort of breakdown that says store X bought 1, store Y bought 30, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that makes it really hard to target, right? You can't know who your customers are if you aren't told. So I mean, I'm definitely sympathetic to the publishers to a degree, and the creators who have to get creative, and even the retailers, because retailers get shafted on data too. But I don't know that I think it's a full-blown excuse to do things that end up being abusive. Like I'm just going to call it one that kind of left me salty. The Batman Catwoman wedding, right? Like all the marketing around that was built to say that a wedding was going to happen, and then in the issue,
I remember that too. I was so excited.
And I didn't mind the story beat that the wedding didn't happen. Like, the story I liked a lot, but because they built the marketing that way, it felt like a lie.
Yeah, and you know what was even worse about that is they came out with a wedding album. They came out with these
invites.
Yeah. There was all these things that you bought to have this whole collection that led to a wedding, and like,
Well, they had the midnight release for that, and did you hear about how many stores were doing like
wedding theme parties?
Like wedding cakes and like champagne bottles or whatever. Like
I can't imagine being those retailers and reading that issue before I open my doors at midnight and be like, oh fuck, this is
right.
Yeah, and then I heard a lot of the stores were going to try to even like sue Diamond at one point, but I don't think anything happened from that because no one told them to go crazy ridiculous with the event, even though it's like suggested to do a midnight release or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, in gimmick marketing, this is called the bait and switch, right? Like they tell you you're getting one thing and you get something completely different. And for me, like one of the most important things in comics is, especially if you're bringing on new readers, is to make them feel connected, right? Yeah. The reason I go buy Fantastic Four, even if I don't like who's writing it or who's drawing it, is because I'm connected to that series. I've got all the issues, and that Batman comic might have been somebody's first Batman comic, and if
their first experience,
exactly, like if you walk into comics and get shit on day one by lies, you're not coming back. Right. I guarantee you the market shrunk because of that, even if it was just a little bit. And that's
especially with women. You would think that a lot of girls would have been, or females would have been pulled in off of that issue. What better than a wedding? I mean, what a great way to pull your wife or your girlfriend in, and they're like, oh, this is one of those bullshit things where it's like you get 2, get 1 free, but the thing you get free is like a miniature version of it, and you're like, oh, I just got screwed.
The thing you get free is slapped in the face.
Exactly.
Yep. Or collector's item, only 5 million printed.
But and then you had Catwoman 31 on your picks this week, right, Matt? Or right, Ant? And I think that is the 31st issue of the Catwoman series that spun out of that, right? Like, yep. or shortly after. And like, I can't imagine that helped sales on that title. Like, who's gonna come back for seconds? Who?
Well, that's the weird thing. That whole premise of that book is she's like, I'm with Batman, but I'm not, but I am, but I'm doing my own thing, but kinda. It's like, all right, dude.
Sex in Gotham City.
For reals.
All right. Let's shift gears here a little bit. I want to hear about your guys' favorite marketing gimmicks. Like, we talk about the shitty ones, we talk about the ones that leave us sour. What's your favorite? Let's start with Laura since she's the guest.
Dude, give me a second. I have to think about it. You guys just put me on the spot.
All right, I'm going to put Ant on the spot.
Yeah, put Ant on. Let me think about it for a second.
So my favorite one is actually recent because Laura and I are big fans. I can vouch for her with this one.
What?
So Batman 0 Point.
The Fortnite.
Laura and I are avid Fortnite players. And stupidly, I ordered 3 copies of issue number 1, both A and B variant. They ended up having some value past that. Tim already requested a set. So there was one gone. Laura's like, where are those Batman comics? Oh, we need to do this. We need to do that. Well, they're gone. And she's got a new skin.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. So, and we fought over them and it was a lot of fun. So like, as the diamond boxes get dropped off, her and I are like ripping through them, looking for the Batman, not diamond, sorry, the lunar, just the lunar boxes. And we're digging around. Like, we're looking forward to these things coming every week. Just for that. So this is one that was nice and fun.
No, but it also brought this huge influx of a whole different dynamic. You had kids calling our store because all of a sudden children that are hooked on their screens all day. I mean, I guess essentially it loops back to them being hooked on their screens, but temporarily they opened a book, right?
Did I tell you about the kid that called me crying?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So I like that type of gimmick where you're actually bringing people in.
I bet that kid called every store in Arizona holding an onion to his face.
I wanted to tell him I had one so bad, but all I said was, I'm so sorry, dude. We are sold out of them. Okay. The one that I just used the code. But the Fortnite
should have pre-ordered.
Yep. Maybe you should read a little bit more.
No, I'm kidding, but like that's a good one. Like that's one that I have liked a lot recently because it's like the opposite of the wedding one, right? It may have brought new people in, and it definitely did, right? Non-comics readers there's a whole shitload of people playing Fortnite who don't read comics, and even if 10% of those people went out to get this comic for the skin, and then 10% of those people ended up picking up a second comic, that's growth, right? Like even if it's 1% of 1%, and that's always a positive. So like,
here's the best part. You're getting value. You what a $3.99 cover price. Each skin, a quality skin, you're talking $1,200 to $1,500 V-Bucks, which is a $20 bill roughly. So you're getting $20+ in value for something you spent $4 on.
Yeah, so it's totally worth it.
Pays for itself.
Absolutely.
So
So I was with that one.
Why not? You should have got more then. You knew better.
Don't worry, I got more of going forward. That first run was
Yeah,
rough.
he
Like,
did.
we were arguing. Like she's like,
was
no,
like, what
I need
the
my copy. I'm like, dude, I only got 3. Tim already took his.
Yeah.
Well,
Can't piss Tim off.
Isn't the first one different than all the other ones? Like where the first issue, like it's just limited to, like you can only get it through the comic, and then everything going forward you can like purchase the skin. Did I understand that correctly?
So from all the first print variants, yeah, they I thought it was a different skin, but it's the same skin. It's just the same code in each one.
Got it. So what's the deal with second printings? Obviously, this book went nuts. I'm assuming there will be a second printing. Will the code be available again in second printings? Because if not, somebody made a mistake.
So from how I understand it, there are no codes in the second printings. I have not opened up a polybag second print to check it though, and I haven't had anybody actually ask me for second.
Why would they polybag if there's nothing in there?
That's what I'm saying. I got some. You guys want me to crack one?
No.
Crack one right now. I'll pay for it.
All right. Yes. Charge him like top dollar though. He's actually gonna do it.
Give my box discount.
Well, while he's doing that,
Cover minus 10%.
I'll go over my favorite gimmick. So this one's modern, but okay. So who remembers Siege and Wolverine, the J. Scott Campbell Deadpool covers?
Oh yeah. You were telling me about. I remember this.
Yeah, so you had to. So the publisher asked for you to send in. Marvel asked to send 50 unsold copies of DC's Blackest Night cover to get that cover. So that was my favorite. That was my favorite gimmick.
I like that one.
And
too.
then, yeah, and I have one more. Secret variants. I love secret variants. I think that's hilarious when like no one knows about it and then it comes out and then it's a surprise to everyone like right before.
I'm a little not on board with secret variants. I think all right.
Continue.
I think secret variants like you create a problem for a retailer, right? I think the idea is to reward retailers and give people a reason to go in the shop to look at these books. But if retailers don't know it until the last minute or until after it's sold, they can't capitalize on it. So like, secret variant could sell for 4x cover price, right? Or $20 instead of $4. But I bet a lot of retailers sell it at $4, not realizing what they had. And maybe they never know. And that to me, like, that doesn't help anybody. That doesn't help comics as an industry. That only helps like the person who happens to get it.
Wait, that happens? A retailer will get a secret variant and not know that they have one?
Yep. I found a secret variant from Venom #7 2 weeks after everyone knew about it, and the store did cherry picked and picked out every single book and sold it for a premium.
All right,
but that's different. They just missed one then. Oh, go ahead, Ant.
Don't show us the code so we can't steal it. But there's a code.
Now someone has the code.
Ant, you're muted, babe. Does he do that a lot?
Every episode.
Sorry. I just don't want background noise. So there's the code. I peeled the sticker off. It does have a code in the second printing.
Do we know if it is the same code or a different code?
Well, I'm sure they're all unique to each book, so they can't be reproduced.
Is it for the same thing?
Yes, it is for the Harley Quinn
skin. Okay, so that's a home run then, right? That book is going to go to all the people who didn't want it last time. Looks like they got it out in a hurry too. Like it was on the heels of the first printing. So that was smartly executed. I think that's great.
So, Frank, you will get an invoice for this shortly.
All right. it's
now you can join them on Fortnite with your new skin.
It's Big Bird at birdcitycomics.com on Gmail, or on PayPal. Just
Big Boss Bird.
Shoot me that.
That's gonna stick one of these days. People are gonna start calling us that.
Well, it doesn't help your colors are
yellow. That's where I got it from. All right,
the boss, by the way, but continue.
No, wait, it's your turn now, Frank.
Okay, so yours and Ant's count as one. I see how it is.
Yeah. Mine was definitely the Fortnite one.
So if you're commenting on this, you can only talk to both of them.
Give me a low five real quick. Give me some.
That was good. You guys are good. So my favorite is back in 1988, DC Comics ran a storyline in Batman called death in the family. And you could write in, I think, and definitely call in to a 1-800 number and vote for which Batman character you want to die. And poor Tim Drake, no, not Tim Drake. Who's Jason Todd. Poor Jason Todd got the axe. So, which is inspired my please like this video if you want Ant to die, or sub to the channel if you want Yi to die.
Boy, good. I see where it's going now.
Wait, what? That's a thing you guys are doing?
No.
Yeah, we're gonna kill off one of the hosts.
Ooh.
Yes, and leave a comment in the chat if you would like it to be Laura.
So when we do a count of this, I think whoever dies needs to come back to the next podcast in zombie makeup,
or with a mustache, just like doppelganger or goatee.
Like evil version of ourselves is still alive.
Yeah, that's why I've been growing the facial hair. It's not much, but it's what I got.
I was gonna say, wait, hold on.
Frank, why did you like that gimmick specifically?
Why did I like that one? Because it's engaging. Like a lot of the gimmicks are sort of linear, right? It's like do this thing, get this thing. Whereas this is something that required people to do something, which means you had to care about it enough. Like if Marvel did something like that, like we're going to kill one of the Fantastic Four, which they did a while ago, not as a marketing gimmick, but as a story element, which so was done well. But they're like, we're going to kill one of these motherfuckers. Please DM us if you want it to be Johnny Storm. Call us if you want it to be Sue Storm. Send up a smoke signal if you want it to be Reed Richards. And if it's the thing, don't vote. If they gave me those options and like made me like get involved with this, I would absolutely be DMing them every single day to kill Johnny Storm. Every single day.
What, did you hear the rumor about the Batman? About the Jason Todd one, that a hacker called in that number a bunch of times to get Jason Todd.
I have heard that. I have heard the robocall theory. I do know that the votes were significantly in Jason Todd's favor. I don't think they were released. What?
Who was second? Who was in second place? I'm just wondering.
I don't think they ever said, but I suspect it was Alfred, just based on the cast at the time and who you could vote for. But I do know that Jason won by a significant margin, like an almost unbelievable margin. They never said what, though, as far as I know. But I mean, I read those comics. Jason Todd was terrible and awful and whiny, and like he absolutely deserved to die. So I would have voted for him. So I think it was legit. Like if the person I vote for wins, they obviously were the fair winner. That's how voting works, right?
If you have a crown on, I guess.
Yeah, I think if you have a crown on, to his head, man.
If you have a crown on, you don't need voting anymore.
Yeah, you cast the only vote that matters.
Exactly.
Didn't they do that with M&Ms? You got to pick your favorite color or something like that.
Yeah, and that's how we got the green M&M in the 90s.
Yep.
Or was it the brown M&M?
The green M&Ms has always been around. I thought it was the blue M&M.
Yeah,
you're right. It was the blue M&M, but they introduced the green character, like the sexy green M&M character, around that same time. M&M's was doing a lot of cool stuff with their marketing around that time.
Yeah.
All right. So, any final thoughts on gimmick marketing? Also, please comment. Bird City Comics in the comments for 10% off. That is not a gimmick. That is real.
How about the audience? Let us know what your favorite gimmick is. Like, let us know in the comments.
I think a final note there would be that we're all in agreement that the best type of gimmick marketing, if you want to call it that, is one that requires engagement from the people that you are selling to.
And grows the market.
Yeah, it grows the market, brings more people in, and you're not ultimately screwing anybody over. If the person wants to feel like they actually had some value in whatever the gimmick was, whether it's voting or getting monetary value off of a skin, or what was yours, G? I forget.
The turning in a competitor's book for
killing the competition.
Competition.
That's satisfying in itself too, though. In all these scenarios, you leave feeling satisfied.
So look I'm going to start a vote count here. So what you're telling me is I need to create some gimmick marketing. So I got a G for Gogol, A for Anthony, a Y for Yi. And what you guys need to do is you guys invite somebody.
Why'd you put them in that order?
What'd you spell?
That's the. Oh my gosh.
Bro.
Okay, hold on. New post note.
Let's go with L-A-G-Y. L-A-G-Y. Laggy.
G-A. Okay. The point is let's do some gimmick marketing right now. So guys, we're going to do a vote. For one of us to die off of the show tonight. In order for your vote to count, you need to invite somebody in. They need to say, Dan Barry invited me, I vote for, and then your vote counts.
You just did the make it complicated thing, though.
Yeah, that's too hard. It has to be simple to participate.
One step.
Yeah.
Once you add 2 steps,
want more thumbs up?
Yes.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Don't argue with me. That's how it works. Damn it.
Give us a thumbs up if you want Anthony to be right. I see him opening all his Gmail accounts. Just thumb up, thumb up.
Yep. And I got a few. But anyway, you guys get the gist of the gimmick marketing. So
yeah,
I think we delve
that was
this.
helpful. That's interesting. It's very insightful, especially for people that are retailers.
Well, we did this on our Monday show. We gimmick market. Do you remember what it was?
We did the giveaway slab.
Yeah. So we did mystery boxes, and you had to sell out of all mystery boxes, and we gave away a free slab.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good one. There's value, engagement.
There's value.
Yeah. Dang, I want a refund.
No refund.
No refunds.
I didn't claim one.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
But I'm just joking. Bird City does throw the best mystery boxes I've seen in a very long time, because there's others that like they overprice it and then your value is not there. So
my worst fear is to get a message from somebody saying it wasn't worth it. That's my worst fear. So
who do you fear getting that message from?
You, and you don't even buy them.
See, there's somebody else in this feed who I think you don't want to hear it wasn't worth it too.
Yeah.
Who I'm scanning now so I can block them.
No, everybody in here would be like,
"How about your wife, man? She sends you a message. It wasn't worth it."
You're gonna make me turn red.
We're gonna have to edit this episode.
So,
that's okay.
I don't have time for that.
All right.
So let's talk about some gimmick marketing. There's something currently that's happening right now. Exclusives are going nuts. Printings are being sent out.
It's the reason we made this episode about what it is.
And we're gonna give you some 2 cents on this gimmick marketing. Let's bring up the share.
Bring up the slides. Bring in the clone. Name that movie.
Bring in the clown.
Clone.
Oh, Austin Powers.
She gets to stay. She gets to stay.
I get a point.
Doing me prep.
So this is a new segment that I want to keep going, but we'll have to figure out more ideas for it. But in the meantime, we are doing Comic Dudes React To. Obviously, these are going to be things that are not necessarily duty. For those of you who are following,
you said duty. Sorry.
You done?
I'm done. Wait, you said how we spelled out our names earlier. Do I have to show you the post-it note for that? There we go.
Please know when and when not to mute yourself. Anyway, we're reacting to the Hellfire Gala fashion issue. It was a promo item that Marvel put out with all the designs for the characters. There's a real life one. We'll be showing you pages from it digitally. But we have varying but very minimal degrees of authority to be talking about this whatsoever, which is why we wanted to bring in the female perspective. Would it be safe to say, Laura, that you like fashion at least a little bit?
Oh, a lot. My closet's kind of ridiculous. Anthony's like, Laura, no more. But yes, I mean, I enjoy fashion. It's a good way to express yourself.
Okay. So this should be nice and fun.
Yeah.
Essentially what we're going to do is we're going to go through the pages from the book with the designs on them. We're going to talk about them, what we like about them, what we don't get about them. And then Laura's going to tell us all the reasons we're wrong.
This is going to be so easy.
Oh, it's like my regular day today.
Yeah, I mean, this is like what I did all day. We're good.
I told you when I made the outline that you would be fine.
Right on.
All right. So first up, we've got a number of designs, outfits, gala attire. Let's start with Emma Frost. She's the one who's got 3 on the side. That's very Emma, obviously. She's over the top. She's extra. This is her world. She's rich. So galas are her thing. So what do you guys think? We're not going to be able to touch on every single one. So if there's one you do love and want to talk about, let's call those out and skip the bad ones. And then Laura can tell us why they're not bad.
Yeah, I'm going to start with a Storm. Storm pops off to me because she's literally using lightning and clouds to create that cape fill. So I feel like she would be shockingly stunning on this run.
Oh my God, this is working out so much better than I thought. Laura, what do you what? Oh, okay. I thought maybe you had some corrections to make.
No, that was good. I like that.
So Ant likes that Storm has a fart cloud making a cape. Okay.
It's not brown. It matches. You're all right.
I mean,
oh my gosh.
All right, Yee, what do you like?
So I remember this first page vividly because this is the comics that they used to promote this event. I might lose power because of rain, but anyways,
Blame Storm.
yeah. So I did my homework, or I crammed before this and looked at a Met Gala video right before this. So I'm gonna say Emma Frost with the giant poofy Q-tip and the headdress. Like that's what I saw the most of. Like were the headpieces, like everywhere. Like for the top 10 celebrities or whatever. So I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, that's a good instinct. We talked a little bit about this before we started recording tonight. I'm not a Met Gala person, but I have been to a couple galas in my time. My wife's family are involved with the San Francisco Opera and the San Francisco Symphony. And I've been to some of their opera opening galas and symphony opening galas. And like, this is by far, the Emma Frost design is by far the most, over the top, gala appropriate. Like these are the kinds of things you see, especially at the Met Gala.
So that crown is not just a prop that came out of the safe and that will go back after the show. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, so I have a question. Should we also say what our least favorite is?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, Rachel Summers. Like, what's up with all those spikes?
See, I'm gonna disagree with you hard on Rachel because she's got the dog with her on the leash, and that's like a very bougie thing to do. Like, you don't bring your pet to a fucking party. Like, that's rude. Somebody brought a dog to my wedding. I'm super salty about it, but we're not here to talk about that. I may actually be more bitter about that than the design here.
So my least favorite is going to be Angel because I keep thinking of that TikTok. So you think you can dong?
I'm going to say that Captain Britain is the least gala looking. Like it looks like weirdly anime, weirdly like French schoolgirl fantasy, and like it's my eyes want to look away from it. I was most. It's not the most gala appropriate, but Rogue's outfit is very high fashion. It's very chic. And I think that like it's the one that looks closest to her costume with the exception
Rogue looks like
Cruella DeVille.
Nice.
And
yes,
and
I like we're all wrong.
Yeah, Captain Britain looks like a Sailor Moon character. So
that's what I was thinking. Yeah, she looks like Sailor Britain. All right, Laura, the expert. What do you got? Who's your favorite?
You guys did great. I've never seen anybody say so many things wrong in a row. You guys, well done.
Clearly, yes. I've never watched Comic Book Women, but go on.
Got it.
Oh, you okay. Where's Lucy and Jen? They should be in the chat somewhere. I'll get my girls on you.
It's not Lucy and Jen who are doing it either.
Oh, damn, really?
You set them up, I'll knock them down. Who do you like? who do you like?
Okay, first off, you didn't give any background. The Met Gala is a whole thing. The whole point of this is to kind of wear a piece of art. You're trying to go and you're trying to be something that's like, for example, out of these ones, I would say Rogue is probably, that's something you could see on the street every day, and so is Cyclops. Those aren't exactly like Met Gala. That's not going to be like something that stops the crowd.
Please show me somebody wearing Cyclops' outfit on any street ever.
I mean, sure, you could go to like a, I don't know,
Rodeo Drive
or something. I think it's that's probably
Rodeo Drive.
No, it's Rodeo, bro.
Let's see. I think Marvel Girl nailed it. She is wearing something that's skin tight, has that nice form on the hips. She has the shoulders going to add some, nice sharp lines. Her headpiece, that's a must at the Met Gala. Everybody that goes has a nice extravagant headpiece and the train.
I'm going to jump in and say that Marvel Girl was my second pick. The only reason I didn't say her is because it is
you were wrong. Yeah.
Because it's so close to her actual X-Men costume. It's just got a cape now.
It's beautiful.
And used her crazy abilities to make something cool around her head. I got you. This seems minimal effort.
So Penance hits that mark too, though. She's got her crazy spike hair going out.
Yeah, I would have to say Marvel Girl is my favorite, and I'm going to say that Yee's pick is my least favorite. The Q-tip looking one, because there's just that one I think is the least creative.
I can see Luke Skywalker trying to like strike her down as he walks by, like, you killed my Banta.
She says like a
cuts it open. Hobo comes out and says, "Get your own tauntaun."
right. Like there wasn't
I
a
stole
full
that from
effort.
Robot Chicken, but it's fine.
That one's good though too. And the Emma Frost one up on the top with the spikes coming out of her head. That one's cool. I would wear either of those.
All right, so the first round clearly goes to Laura, but I hope you guys are taking notes because now we can turn it on her. She's given us all the information. Now we're experts.
Now we are the ones. So Laura or Ellie brought you back a copy of the magazine so you could see them up close. So you
okay, good because I was like squinting at this.
Yeah,
okay,
I got you.
Better. Okay.
In retrospect, I would have these bigger, but here we are. So next up, we've got another round of designs. A lot of capes going on, a lot of trench coats going on, some fire happening. I'm finding myself weirdly into Celine, what she's got going on. She's the all black one, second on the top.
The dominatrix.
Yeah, it might not be a gala thing that I'm latching onto here. It might be a kink that I didn't know I had. I don't know, but I like it. She's got a horse crop. I assume she rode on a horse to get there, which is super bougie. So she's nailing it for me.
The fact that you knew what that was called is super bougie. I would have just said she has a sticky thing that you whip people's asses with.
But that's for hitting a horse.
Yeah, but who knows what did anybody else know that was called a horse crop?
Does anyone else have a wife who's a horse rider?
Also bougie.
I mean that comes standard in Texas that everyone rides a horse to work, and
but don't you use spurs? You don't use the stick.
Yeah.
I mean,
you got to open carry your gun.
If you're lazy,
you got to open carry. So,
I am also super into what Sunfire's got going on. I would wear that.
Okay, so moving to me because I dig Sunfire. I'm gonna go with Cannonball on this one. His color scheme is on point with the dark grays and blacks and yellows. I think he's nailing that because it basically says I'm dark, I'm mysterious, but I have a fun side. You know, he's bringing it with the interiors. All he has to do is be like, "Hello, ladies," show the yellow on the inside of the cape, and they're like, "Oh, this guy likes to party." So I'm digging it. I like the cut. I like the high neck.
The smirk is selling it.
The smirk. He's got goggles, you know. So like if some UGG walks by and they're like, "Hey," and he's like, down. He's like, "Oh, sorry."
Or if he needs to go battle Digimon or something.
Exactly. I mean, it could be windy. You know, he's just prepared. He's all seasoned on that outfit, and I think it's very chic, sharp, simple. He's killing it in that.
Would you wear it?
Absolutely, I would rock that.
Is it because it's Bird City Comics colors?
Absolutely.
Where you at?
I just want to know what century this comic takes place in because everyone looks like they're from the 18th century, like getting ready to ride horses and go to a gala. But I
will be honest, I agree with you. Like some of this does feel very dated. I have not seen any of the fashion for 2021. I don't know that there is any. We've all been in the house for 18 fucking months. But
leftover toilet paper.
Maybe Victorian is back in.
I was gonna say they all look like Sherlock Holmes villains.
I'm gonna pick Wolverine X-23 because she's like the she came from a poor upbringing and then boom, here she is now. And
the riches.
Yeah, exactly.
Heck yeah. I'm going to assume she's the one who cut the half off of the dress.
Probably.
This looks better now. Yes.
She sneezed and it just...
Or just putting on the dress, right?
Oh, no. People dress you for these things.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No one's ever dressed me.
Sure.
They can fucking try.
Sure.
All right, Laura.
Victorian never goes out of style. That's something that you'll see. There'll be some type of representation of it repeated at almost every Met Gala. That's just a look that doesn't matter what time period you're in. It always looks incredibly rich and what's the word?
Historically accurate?
No,
posh.
Yeah, maybe that's probably more what I'm leaning towards posh. But you nailed it. Wolverine's awesome on this one. I am loving those above the knee boots that she's pulling off. Those are super sexy. I like that she has the short side with the long train on the other half. You can't really tell from this picture, but I'm imagining the gold details all embroidered. And she brought her claws. It's pretty badass.
I'm going to make one simple correction to what Laura just said. That is not a high boot. That is a fucked up pantyhose, again, from the claws.
Kept retracting. I like it. She put on the gloves and just retracted.
She did a black lip. She did her hair straight. Like that's the one I would go with. My second would be Anthony's cannonball guy. That's sick. And I could see you in that. You'd rock it.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So do I get to have a point for besides my Victorian comic thing?
We're not keeping score.
Okay.
It would be embarrassing.
I just want that crown.
I think the next one is a big one, so hold your horses. There we go. We've got our first big one. There's nothing to even argue here. This is gonna be the best design, hands down.
Oh, absolutely. So basically, you just need to cast your vote. 1, 2, or 3. 3 being the far left, which is the one I think most of us are going to go with, right?
I'm going to go with 2, the middle one, where he's got the Russian hat on. Like I'm Russian. I'm biased to Russian characters, and it looks dope as fuck with that fur collar.
It does go well, but he needs to show the line, the hard part that he put in there.
Mm-hmm.
There's no point to the hard part in the beard ensemble, because that's the thing. You got to go thick beard, 0 guard, hard part, and you're cooking.
And it elongates the face. It adds so much strength and that forcefulness that he has in his expression.
We're all in agreement, though, that nipples out is not a look for public.
Right? Yeah. No.
Okay, so 1 is out.
Unless you got chest like I do, like these pecs are just.
I have a chest like you, and I would not show it.
No, nipples. I mean, they're okay. No, actually, no, they're not. I don't like them.
What if you had nipple rings?
No, still no.
If your name is
how are you gonna get?
If your name is Colossus, you should be accentuating a different part of your body.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. Yeah.
I also don't like how this looks like Mr. Sinister, or maybe that's just me.
It is a little sinister. It's the lines coming up on his like abdomen. I see it. They remind you of like the fronds on the cape at the top.
Yeah. And is he wearing pants? I mean, are those tights?
It's like a one-piece suit. It's a one-piece suit. Yeah.
Okay.
Not loving that part of it either. I do love the beard though.
Are his feet like built in like a onesie, or is he wearing shoes?
He has metal feet. He never wears shoes.
True.
Is that gold chains, or is that part of the cape?
I think they're latching the cape together to keep it closed.
Yeah, they're definitely like cape chains. I need to get some cape chains. I also need to get a cape. Cart before the horse. All right, let's move on to the next one. I'm going to go last here so I can be right.
Laura, why don't you lead us off this time?
All right, give me 1 second. No.
It's page 10.
For the gala.
Hurry up so I can give mine.
I would go with Aurora.
Damn it.
I like hers, and I like the fact that she has like metal ring shoes. You guys can't really tell on the screen, but she has like metal details going up her heels that fall just below her kneecap, and then the splits in her dress. So when she's walking, that split's going to go right where you want it to go. And that's fucking gorgeous. Then you add the center cut line in. So you're getting, okay, guys out there, am I right or am I right? Side boob and under boob is so much hotter than like cleavage. Don't you think? When you get a hint of that under curve,
this is a family show.
Well,
no, it's not.
I didn't say whose family. I didn't say whose family.
You would see a little bit of that curve of the breast, which, oof, yes.
I'm not even going to talk.
You gotta pull it off. You gotta pull it off. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do a good side boob, so yeah, I'm feeling you.
No, I think she's pulling it off. I think that would be my winner, and I even like the color navy, so that's my pick.
All right, I'm gonna agree with her. What do you guys got?
I don't know if I have a favorite. I'm gonna say that Polaris is the worst. The lime jello cannoli look is not for me.
It is a cannoli. It was stuffed with Polaris.
See, I was gonna pick Polaris because but she might just be like one of my favorite characters, and I wish
hashtag in before ye.
And then maybe it's just because I wish her outfit was a little bit more green. I think that would look better.
Yeah. Doesn't it look like she felt like she's wearing that thing that you fall asleep in the Avatar movie? You know how they wrap themselves up in that little yeah. She's like, she just clipped one off and she's like, this is my outfit.
See, I'm hating on Drake in a little bit because that's minimal effort. He looks like Samurai Jack in a suit.
He has no shoes on.
No shoes.
He's got the gala with no shoes. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks okay. Like it's not badly dressed, but minimal effort. You're right.
But there's a couple of people without shoes.
Yeah, well, Krakoa is like earthy and planety, so like they're fine. I'm gonna go with Prodigy on this one. I don't remember how Prodigy identifies, so if I'm mistaken in assuming that he identifies as a he, I apologize. But I'm always on for the ballsy. I'm gonna be a dude and wear a dress look because I think that fashion is beyond gender.
That's very, very not the answer I thought you were going to give, and I salute you for making that statement.
I also peeked ahead, and Iceman has a similar one, so I'm hoping that they're dates.
His eyeliner's on point too, or their eyeliner's on point.
That gold leaf that he's got going on, that's nice.
Yeah,
I say that as an objective. No horse. No, I'm not going home with him, so I don't care what he's wearing.
This is a very do you boo situation. So
exactly, if he wants to do the what's Will Smith's kid's name?
Jaden.
If you want to wear a dress, fucking wear a dress. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. I'm with it.
You know who Will Smith's kid is. Come on.
I couldn't remember if it was Jaden or Jason.
You know the name of the horse riding stick. You should know.
And Benifer.
I know things. It comes with the crown and alcohol. Next page. All right, this is the one I was most excited for because there's a lot going on here. You will see Iceman doing what I called the duet with Prodigy. So he's got the wings and I hope they're dates.
I can see that little fire and ice action. It goes. I like it. I see what you're saying there. I'm gonna go with Exodus on this one. Those shoulder pads, those are killer.
What if you look to the side? You're like, I don't understand. Boom, dead.
Yeah. Also, that's lazy because that's part of his actual costume.
I know, but I mean, it's just so extravagant and out there. And he's got the purple, super regal. The cape kills it. Those are and he's got the hood. You can throw up. Laura, throw your hood
up. I've been finding myself attracted to the outfits where the aesthetic is based on but not made of the costume, right? So for Banshee, you've got one where they just aped the costume and kind of made it different. That's Banshee's costume as a suit, right? Whereas I'm looking at Havoc, where they took his concentric circles kind of aesthetic from his head and his chest, and they made it into a design, and it looks good. I'm a sucker for black and white. I'm a sucker for circles. I did like that Dakin's on the last page that his one suit sleeve had his tattoos on it from his actual arm. I thought that was a nice detail to work into the outfit, even if it wasn't super inspired otherwise. So I'm leaning towards Havoc here. Psylocke as a close second.
Okay, got it.
Go ahead, yeah.
Oh, we got a second. Hold on, let's get rid of the doppelganger.
Weird.
Hey, sorry about that. I had to go chase after my pet tiger.
Rich people shit, man.
I know, right? So what am I doing? I'm picking an outfit. Oh man, it's either gonna be Psylocke or Havoc.
Ooh, we're doing draft actually, and I picked both of those. So pick a different.
Yeah.
One.
Dang. Even if I missed that. Okay.
It's not my fault. You have a tiger.
I know, right? Banshee with that cape, man.
Yes, you're right again, 100%.
I'm so glad you picked Banshee because that's the one I said I hated.
That is the best one by far. He looks like such. I mean, look, he's Go ahead.
He's not wearing socks.
Well, and it still goes along with his superhero outfit. So if you read it in a comic with Banshee in it, you can recognize, hey, that's Banshee.
Yeah, that is Banshee if he was a pimp. And shame on all of you for not picking Sebastian Shaw. Dude lost an eye, and you guys couldn't even give him just a gimme. He's got a cape
and a fur seat.
And he's wearing shoes. He's checking a lot of the boxes some of the other people aren't.
Frank, do you wear shoes with no socks like Banshee's doing? I can picture you doing that.
I can barely. All right, so I'm weird. I can't wear shoes without socks. I can't not wear shoes because it makes my feet hot. But I can't wear socks to bed because my feet will sweat. So I'm the worst person to ask about foot stuff.
So wait, what's your thing? Socks and sandals?
Remember to hit the thumbs up button if you want.
You wear socks with sandals?
I knew it.
Man.
Please tell me it's the strap ones too.
I don't wear socks and sandals. I don't wear sandals. I don't want my feet out for the world to see.
So socks and Crocs.
That sounds comfortable, but no.
Oh man.
I'm wearing let me see what I'm wearing. I'm wearing Saucony sneakers because I worked out earlier.
Ooh, Saucony's bringing it back, old school, kicking it.
You were right
cheap.
again.
They're like $40.
Nice.
And they make them in every color, so they match. Your gala ready. All right, let's keep it.
I can color coordinate. They're like Reeboks for poor people.
Ooh, they're gonna get excited. Wait, don't go to this one yet. You should make people share first. You guys, if you're enjoying this, share the stream out. A lot of you are over on Facebook. Share this baby out before we go on to our. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not hosting this show.
No, do your thing. That's perfect.
Sorry, share it out. This is definitely, this next page here in a second is going to be very cool. And this is a great show to bring in some of your wives, girlfriends. Be like, dude, look at this is fashion and comics.
Let's get their 2 cents on this for sure.
Yeah. Okay, now you can go.
Tell us all why we're wrong.
Wow.
I have some questions before we get into this. Is Mystique wearing an outfit or has she morphed? And this is what she looks like. Because I would think that would disqualify her, as she did not have to do a fitting, pay for it, etc., which is kind of part of the experience.
Those crocoan fibers in shades of blue and white. So no, she's actually dressed.
Okay, she's dressed. I can't read the small print, even though it's gigantic on my screen. I'm gonna say I like this. I dig it. I like gradients. Obviously, I design all this stuff for this show, and we use lots of color gradients. And I like how there's a little bit of color shift involved in the lower portion here. It does remind me of like the underbelly of a duck, though. I don't know why that is. It's just
I can see it. It's a little shaggy.
Not quite feathers, but it's getting towards feathers.
Okay. I kind of dig that it looks like the material comes to a tight point at the knees, so she almost has to like squeaky walk.
Squeaky walk?
What are those skirts called, Laura, where they come tight like that so you can't take a large
They're like
step?
mermaid dresses, or they can go tulip dresses, one of the two.
There you go.
But yeah, that's a good point. Yee?
I like how the material actually came from Krakoa, which is, related to Hickman's run that started out in the House and Powers of X. So it's cool.
I'm just going to assume that the people who made this fake magazine liked Mystique since she got a full page, 2-page spread. Big ass name.
No, it's pretty badass. And you guys can't tell again if you're watching, but she has a little tiny skull like headpiece on her forehead, which is kind of neat.
Doesn't she always have that?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
No, it's tied to her hair.
But is it fancier than what she normally wears? Or
Yeah,
is it just
look,
the same?
it has the 2 little red things coming out of it.
Let's see if I
Can you guys see that?
Enhance. It's not working. I believe you. I believe you.
It's there, trust me.
Looks good.
Heard that before.
But isn't that just her bangs?
I can't tell.
I
Maybe.
like her bangs.
I like her bangs. Yeah, this is a good one. I like it. I like the whole look of it. In the description there, they're talking about how the shadows are as much a part of the gown as the gown itself, because when you have such large pieces like this, especially around the head coming up like that, it is going to cast very strategic shadows. It's pretty cool.
There you go.
Mystique Noir. I dig it. I like this page because nobody can lose on it.
Yeah, we're all winning. Let's get to a page where we're going to lose because I already know what I like. All right, Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler's looking pretty good.
He looks like a musketeer. I love it.
All right, let's automatically disqualify Mercury because I'm pretty sure that's what she looks like. And I don't see anything resembling clothes. She is not dressed. Not just not dressed for the show, but she's not wearing clothes.
Yeah, and she didn't do anything special with her hair. I mean, she could have put in some effort. She could have a little side bob, make it all fancy like.
DQ. Also, just for the people watching, we're about to get into the part where there are characters who we've never heard of. There's some deep cuts here. So if you know who they are, please let us know. Yee, who are you looking at?
Personal favorite out of this was Nightcrawler. Like right off the bat, it just reminded me of Zorro.
Yeah.
So I guess I kind of understand with the time period pieces. At least he's keeping it to all the same time period.
Yep.
And he didn't do what you would think he would do, which would be like an angel type costume. He went somewhere outside his comfort zone.
So I wouldn't assume that these are all drawn by the same people. These designs are by Bob Quinn. On the last page, it was not Bob Quinn. I haven't been looking at every page, though. So when you say he, we may not be talking about the same artist. Just credit where it's due. I'm leaning towards, is it Loa? I can't quite make out.
Yep.
Loa.
Loa.
leaning towards low. It's animal print can be tacky, but I think the tigery stripes here look pretty good.
Yeah, she went scorpion fish.
Yeah, I like the bottom.
You're right. It is a fish. It's not a tiger.
I mean, they're a tiger fish, so
that's true.
Suck it.
Wait, there's tiger fish. I think
Google
you guys are
it.
making that up. There's no such thing as a tiger fish.
How much money do you want to bet that there's a such thing as
not
a tiger
that much?
fish?
Not that much.
I'll bet you one open Fortnite book.
I was just gonna say. All right,
win-win.
All right. Yeah. So I'm leaning towards low. I think it is, again, it's got the gradients. I like the feather duster thing going on at the bottom. Nightcrawler is good, but for all the reasons we've already talked about, and I'm looking for a little variety at this point in the conversation. Pixie is just going to do some kind of fucked up funeral or deadhead show, and I'm not to do it.
Nope, you guys are all wrong. Dazzler is the winner on that one.
That is a tigerfish, and it is not what you're thinking. So,
but it is a tigerfish. They do exist.
It is a tigerfish.
So you're half right.
I'm gonna look up on eBay what those Fortnites are going for. I'm gonna hold it to it.
And then Kevin Arnada, I'm not the Tiger King, but I am from Houston. So look it up in the news.
Oh, is this the tiger that you were going to take care of? Did she skin it and make a fish suit out of it? I'm just trying to bring everything together here. Is it working?
Full circle, right?
More of a fucked up zigzag, but yeah. All right,
yeah,
Laura.
it looks like minimal effort across the board, except for the top two that we've chosen, which is a little.
No, I think Dazzler wins. I know that none of you guys picked that, but try to visualize what we're looking at here. So Dazzler, okay, we know that's her thing, being sparkly. But if you're talking about during the commercial break, who are you looking at? You're looking at Dazzler, just all illuminated. She looks. That's the one I would want to wear. I'd want to walk in.
She's going to a gala, not the disco.
She's wearing her regular outfit and turning on her lights.
No, it's amplified. That is like an attention grabber.
Acid before the gala, and we're gonna give her a cookie for that.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, if I put on my computer glass and spray Windex without wiping them off, that's what I see. Everybody looks like that.
No, I like it. And it even goes really like a really deep V in the front, which again, I told you guys I have a thing for that under boob shot. That's the way to go.
So I know who I'm hanging out with at the gala is Dazzler.
Yeah.
You weren't on before we started recording, Laura, but I did show off some pictures of me and my wife at things we've gone to. And there is one deep V dress that she has that is definitely my favorite. So I might be starting to lean towards what you're saying.
I mean, especially if she took a little bit of perfume and just kind of drug her finger down. Just saying.
How long more do we have on this?
Cannot confirm or deny. So moving on. And this is where the characters start to get more obscure. Not all of them, but some of them. I'm just going to go out and say that Warlock is my favorite. He's done nothing but make like a techno virus bow tie for himself, but he looks like he's having a good time. Second pick would be WizKid for doing his best Elton John.
That's good.
See, I was thinking Devo with a, like space, like
futuristic look. I mean, it's even a little David Bowie, like with the pop hair.
Ooh, I don't know. I'm digging Magic, and I'm digging Magneto again because he reminds me of Dumb and Dumber. He just needs to be in an orange suit or a blue suit.
Magneto looks like he's going to a royal funeral, though.
Yeah,
and he wore the wrong color.
I'm voting Magic because of the headpiece.
Yes.
It's a good use of the powers. Frenzy's looking pretty good too.
Okay, yeah.
No, Frenzy's too. That's too much skin. I don't like it when girls go to these things and they're showing like.
Don't slut shame. Don't do that on our show.
It's too much. Like it's just like okay, like if the bottom half of her dress was actually closed in at the hips, that would be much better. So
no thigh, no legs, just a closed bottom.
Yeah, leave a little.
So you're a top girl, not a bottom girl. We get it. I'm going to give Frenzy extra points for being one of the few that has worked in an X into the design. I haven't paid that close attention, but this is the first one that I'm seeing that I'm like, oh, there are X's for X-Men, and that's thematic, so that counts.
I didn't recognize Magneto at all, and then all I can think is like him going up to someone else dressed like that and being like, Captain. Yeah.
No, I think Magic is the winner here.
I knew it. I'm just gonna say that.
Magneto's wearing a lot of medals, and I would like to know what wars he's fought in.
Right, this one's for killing off humans in this year, and this one's for breaking out mutants in this year.
Some of them have to be for Nazi hunting too. So,
I'm sure they got it.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Warpath didn't do too bad. I mean, the pom poms are a little much, but hey,
I was drawn away from Warpath because so far a lot of the designs have looked like they could be by the same artist, but here Warpath is clearly by an artist that has only done a few of these, and it kind of looks like an X-Men Evolution character design to me, and like it just doesn't feel like it belongs on this page.
Yeah, and the proportions are terrible too. I mean, look at the head size to the hand size.
I think Karma's got a different artist too, like very clearly.
Yeah,
up in the pink. All right. Any final thoughts on this page before we move on?
No.
All right. This is my favorite out of all of them.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to start with the shoes on this one. I'm digging the shoes because they remind me of what does it remind me of? I'm thinking like French royalty where they had like the buckle that rolls. So he's got some of that old base to it.
Gucci shoes. They're nice.
Yeah, but then he threw some swag in them with the perfect color scheme again, leading up to the skinny jeans, and then he jacked my abs, working into the shoulder pads again. So
he jacked your abs, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So his abs are drawn on, right? They're not real.
So were mine.
Yeah. Now what?
So this reminds me of the weekend, like right off the bat.
A little bit.
Like manifold equal weekend.
Now, why would you say that? What aspects about him make you feel that way?
The way he is dressed, and I feel like the weekend would wear something like this at a show.
Yeah, it's kind of spacey too, like retro space.
Yeah. So this for me is like both realistic for a gala. Like this is that realistic outfit that could exist. A lot of these are like over the top in a way that might not be realistic, but also amped up in that look at how fashionable I am. I love that they have worked in his symbol, the two circles, into the design. I think that's great. I think if I'm reading them right, that they are diamond crusted, which is baller as fuck. And I'm a big fan of headbands. I think headbands are great. I'm glad he's wearing a headband and that it's color coordinated. Black and yellow, always going to win in my book. Isn't black and yellow the best colors, guys?
Absolutely. He looks like Kyler Murray right there with the headband.
A little bit. Or who's the dude, the QB from KC?
Oh, Jesus.
None of us want to remember his name.
I'm thinking this is more of an orange.
Are you talking about Kaepernick?
No. For Kansas City, Mahomes. Yeah, he looks like Patrick Mahomes.
I just had to yell to Adam. Adam's like, Mahomes.
I'm sure this is gold because his outfit is black and gold, like his regular base costume that he wears. It's black and yellow, black and gold.
Man, we are out of our elements, like with sports and fashion.
Oh, dude, that's usually my jam, but that was totally terrible.
No, I think actually that Frank nailed it on this one. He's completely right. This is something that's just creative enough to be realistic. Although didn't Lady Gaga go to the Met in like an egg one year?
And a meat suit and
yeah,
or was that the VMAs? Who cares? It was a meat suit.
Something crazy. But I like this too. I like the little interlocking circles. And you were talking about the colors. They pay tribute to his first Australian heritage. I even like the face paint. I think that looks good. The headband's a yes. And I love the shoes. And yeah, you guys didn't need me on this one. You got it.
The apprentice has become the master or whatever.
You're learning. We're almost there.
All right. What do we got? What do we got on the next page? All right. I thought that Laura might be most excited about this page.
Oh, I like this one. Okay.
I'm gonna get dibs on Jubilee off the bat and just call it. That I like Jubilee.
Yep.
Man, I really wanted to say Gambit because that's my jam, but he kind of went super soft on me on this one. I don't know if I'm digging it. So
I'm not getting a lot of Gambit from it. Like the colors are there, but like
yeah.
I feel like it needs brown or something to like really sell the Gambit of it all. And I'm not sure what the domino mask is about or those sunglasses.
Yeah, he needed to have something really high neck and tight. You know?
I think having the head condom with the hole in it. That's what's missing here. Like he needs that to be Gambit or like blue abs.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I say none?
You can double dip if you like one of the ones we picked.
Like, my first instinct was Gambit, but then, like, I don't know, without the shirt or anything on there, like
We've already agreed that nipples out in public
is
a faux pas.
I don't know. Rector looks like he would be hiding somewhere at the gala, trying to like do something mischievous or something.
But you know what? He does get points for side boob. He does have. It's not a V, but he's got a deep rectangle, and he's got side boob.
No, Ghibli wins hands down on this one. I would actually wear that dress, Aunt.
I would wear that dress. Are you kidding me?
That's beautiful, and it has that flower detail coming off the side. It's beautiful. Even her little wrist cuff.
I'm wondering if the flower is actually supposed to be like her sparkle effect, kind of worked into the design. But it's simple, elegant. I imagine it's maybe a little sheer.
Or what if it's like Coca-Cola flower?
You know what? I've been reading those X-Men comics for 2 years, and I still don't know what those fucking flowers look like.
Well, there's a cover where Professor X is holding it.
All right, and how much does that go for? Second prints, third prints, what do you got? Give us the spec info on it.
I don't know. Let's ask our retailers who had it on their live show the other day. I think they were selling it for $15, if I'm not mistaken.
It is accurate.
You're like a human computer with some things and then not other things.
Oh.
All right. Moving on. I'm just gonna jump.
It was this one.
Yes, I do know what they look like, but no, that's not the flower on her dress. Then I'm gonna just automatically gravitate to Professor X, not because I think it's the best one, but because it is by far the most baller thing that's been in this slideshow so far. I'm a huge fan of the Hickman Professor X helmet. Like he did that to Reed Richards, the Ultimate Universe. There was one in East of West. Every time he does it, I'm gonna love it because it's so ridiculous. And gold white, nice combo. I dig it.
There you go. I gravitate towards Sage for obvious reasons on this page. But I like Beast because he's kind of like wearing like my version of a gala mullet. Because he definitely looks like he's dressed up for an event, but he's a party.
But it would only work if it was in Texas because he's got the bow tie.
The thingy, yeah. What is that called?
The bolo, yeah.
He's got the bolo, so that's what I mean. He's dressed up for an event, but he's there to party, and you can tell.
I would have voted for Wolverine if he had an eye patch.
That is what is missing. So yeah. I am gonna let you guys know that everyone on this page who's not Professor X isn't actually attending the gala. They're working security, so they're not.
Yeah, they're all wearing the same outfit in different variations.
They do look like Secret Service for the event.
I will point out also that they all have little pouch details, like 90s over the top pouch, like on their leg and on their arm, and that's like a nice little bit of little design there. I appreciate that. It's very Rob Liefeld.
But you can see their feet, though, man. You can see their feet.
Are they drawn well, though?
I mean, she's got toes, so yeah.
I'm a little concerned about Beast. Like the perspective on him makes him look like he's floating away.
Like he's a balloon a kid carried in.
Yeah.
I don't like how he's wearing jorts.
They're not denim, I hope.
Do any of you have the book in front of you?
No.
Okay, if you look at Sage, so she has her left foot, right? And so you have the big toe going to the pinky toe. Yeah. But then her other foot, it looks like the backwards. Big toe's on the inside, or the like where you can't see it, and it comes in towards the pinky. So like her foot's the wrong direction.
So it's a continuity error. This is obviously a scroll.
Like what is that?
Didn't copyright.
Yeah, something's happening with her feet there, man. That's a little odd.
Professor X is on the job. He's trying to figure it out with his helmet doohickey.
That's what his hand gesture is like. What the hell? This chick's got 2 left feet.
If anyone is still watching this, God bless you. I believe that wraps up the slides for this.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that's it. Just a quick check there.
They came here to win that hip hop variant.
Yeah, so subscribe to the channel and win that hip hop variant and kill Yee. Just win.
All right, so if you guys are just joining us, you missed our very well done, articulated description of these gala ensembles. I got Wikipedia and Wordsmith up next to me, and
we're ready to go hang out with Mark Zuckerberg and all those people.
Mm-hmm. We were brushed up and we're ready for our first gala. So yeah, I think that was good stuff. So hells to the yes, guys. Great job.
So Ultra was asking, how do I win? Have we decided how we're gonna do the actual giveaway once we hit the 900?
We usually pick when the pressure's on and we have to figure it out.
Okay.
Like
Get your friends to like and subscribe our channel.
If all right, here's how we'll do it. If we get 900 subs tonight, we'll give it to Ultra.
Oh, I like it. Challenge accepted, Ultra.
Live up to your name, bro.
I like it. Well, again, guys, we want to. Oh, go ahead.
How about a week? We'll give him a week.
I'll give him 2.
Okay.
Ooh, there you go. That sounds like a good challenge.
You seem underwhelmed by 2 weeks. Fine, it's 10 days.
But guys, that was good. That was interesting. I liked that we got different perspectives. We're still talking comics. We got a little swaggy tonight. I think we needed champagne. Was the only thing we're missing. Some bubbly.
Did you guys not have champagne?
No, we got Tito's, bro. That's what we keep on hand.
It's the champagne of people in Arizona.
Damn right it is. But big shout out to Laura. Laura, I appreciate you coming out and helping us out with this because we were flipping through this book.
No problem. That was fun. You guys are a riot. If I wasn't on the show, I would just be sitting here watching it, laughing and commenting. So it's all good.
I like it. You know what? We didn't get any Catherine Gogol perspective tonight.
I was thinking that. Where was she? That's my best friend forever.
What'd you do with her?
I'll never tell.
All right, guys.
She wasn't allowed to watch this episode because she would have things to say about the things I was saying later, and it was the whole thing. So she's sleeping.
Oh, she's sitting in the room with the blindfold and earmuffs on. She's like, "Can I come out yet?"
I think she's at her mom's house.
Right on. Well, again, we appreciate you guys coming out. Remember, we're trying to get to the 900 mark so we can give some cool swaggy stuff away.
I think we have some slides for this, actually, if you want to.
We do.
Bring those up. Follow the outline at.
Who's sharing their screen, though?
I am.
I don't see it.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Boom.
There it is.
There you go.
So first and foremost, we dropped our new What We're Eating yesterday morning twice. We won't get into why. But it's got our
watch at the beginning of the show and find out why.
Yes. It's got our picks for this week's dropping books, books that drop today and books that drop tomorrow. We had some good picks. We spun this off thinking it would be a little like piece of micro content that we could offload, and it's turning into its own show. I think this latest episode ran a half hour. So
yep.
Lots of good color commentary in there. Lots of good picks this week. So if you haven't, definitely go check those out. Some great books dropping this week. Beyond that, next week, we don't know what we're going to be talking about yet, but we do know who we're going to be talking with. My buddy and Laura's buddy, Garrett Gunn. Garrett is a fellow Source Point Press publishee with me, also a good friend. I also have his Hellboy sketchbook hostage at my house, so we had to do this. But we talked about that last week. Yeah, Garrett will be here. We'll be doing kind of similar to what we did this week, where we had Laura on for both segments. We'll have Garrett on for our podcast roundtable topic, and then he'll join us for this fun segment. So if you're a Garrett fan, definitely come out. If you don't know who Garrett is, come find out. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Riot. I sleep in his shirt every night. Wait, that sounded bad. The shirt that he sent me, I sleep in.
Yeah, can you edit that just to get?
No, it's his actual shirt. There's beard. I've
seen him without the beard. It's scary.
Well, is it like the Seth Rogen kind of thing, like where he takes off his glasses and shaves his beard? And
I showed my wife that picture that came out the other day. She was like, "That's not him." She would not believe me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like it's been confirmed now at this point because he's getting ready for a movie or something.
I digress. Come check out next week's episode. We'll be hanging out with Garrett. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Somebody else talk.
All right. I can talk because I'm still trying to come up with another way to say follow. So if you guys haven't done so yet, shame on you for not subscribing to the YouTube channel Comic Book Food Chain. Make sure that for Shane, make sure that you follow us on the gram, and let's see, Gather on the Twitter. That doesn't work either.
What if we change it to @us on Twitter? It might get aggressive, but it's a different verb.
Yeah.
This has been an ongoing saga. We're going to figure it out by next episode, but I'm not going to change the slide because I think I deleted the template.
It'll work itself out.
But don't forget to hit that bell and you don't miss any of our great content on this channel.
Sub the channel, notify, thumbs up, all those things that will kill people who aren't me today.
Absolutely.
And if you do,
Ooh.
and if you do, and we get the 900 Ultra, we're going to give this book away. Guy, tell them about it.
Yep. So this is the Sam Wilson Captain America #1, the hip hop variant. I will give you a warning, Ultra. It does need a press. There are some indents. I did check the back. There is a bit of color rub, as you may know already with the hip hop covers. If you also want to get more in depth into what books are releasing on Wednesday, make sure to watch Ultra Show, the Wednesday night presser,
where he can tell his fans to watch our show and sub to our channel. Hint, hint. Just kidding.
Yeah, we had a lot of Tales from the Flip Side guys in here. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and make sure that you, share it out.
Did she just say us like she's part of
this?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Kidding.
Well, she always tells me what's mine is yours and what's yours is mine. No, wait.
Should have got that prenup is what.
What's yours is mine and what's mine is mine.
That's the one.
Oh, this is a cool fun fact. It's the first hip hop variant released on the shelf.
Well, that first appearance of a hip hop variant. Marketing gimmicks. I'm a big fan of 50% of what you own is mine and 50% of what you own is mine. But
do the math.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But that's it.
All right, guys. Well, again, we appreciate you. Hit all the buttons. Make sure that you come back. We will be back next week again with Garrett Gunn. The guy's funny as hell, and I'm telling you, the three of us on here plus Gogol and Gunn, it's going to be the funniest shit show you've ever seen. We don't even know what we're talking about yet.
All right, so I'll give you guys a hint about something we're going to talk about. Garrett is really good friends with who's that dude who used to be married to that chick, Billy Bob Thornton. That's the guy. Garrett's friends with Billy Bob. He wrote a comic with him about Billy's band. I forget what it's called, so don't quote me. But when we were in New York last year, or 2 years ago, Jesus Christ, Garrett was going to go meet Billy, and I was going to go with him, and we went on a wild goose chase around New York looking for Billy Bob Thornton.
Sounds like fun. That sounds like it's a movie, kind of like what's the one where they go to Vegas? Hangover.
Oh, nice. Never
heard of it. Is that recent?
It is. You were probably at a gala and missed the release, but it's cool.
Or riding a horse.
Oh, I thought he was an extra in it.
Had a girl, Laura.
Look at that look. Oh, look at that look he gives me. He's like,
are you all on mute? I can't hear anything you're saying. That's our show, folks. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we gotta hit it across the board. Go kick us off with your catchphrase.
I don't even need to say anything. Just all I do is win.
All he does is win. Guy.
I want to give a special shout out to Laura and thank you for showing up for our show. And to the audience.
Yeah. Laura, do you have a tagline you sign off with?
I don't.
What's mine is yours and what's mine is mine.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Sounds about right. And the goers, guys, make sure that, again, you follow all the goodies. But until the next show, stay hungry, y'all.